welcome back to my channel. I am Velvet Von Stitch. My real name is Gemma, but you can call me Gem, Gemma, Velvet, Velvy, whatever. Just call me. Don't call me, I'll never answer my phone. It is hotter than the sun here today. It feels like the gates of hell have opened in Norfolk. And I am not... There's a disgusting bug on the window. I'm not a fan of this weather, and that is one reason why. But also, I'm not designed to be in hot weather. I don't have a hot weather wardrobe. I am an autumn girl. I am a winter girl. I have got so many coats and capes and woolen dresses and velvet dresses. I don't have summer dresses. Like, I know I'm wearing one right now. This is like a milkmaid. Let me lower you down a bit. It's like a milkmaid kind of dress, but it's made of polyester and I'm sweating. It's fast fashion. So I want to make a dress for the summer because it's only May and already it's 33 degrees Celsius. That's 91.4 Fahrenheit for those of you across the pond. So I've fished out, so I've decided on a pattern. I was looking for something that I haven't made before, risky, I know, but charm patterns, so I know how to make it fit me. I'll need to do a full bust adjustment, grade out at the waist, hips, whatever. And I want to make something different, so it's exciting, but I've picked out 3 fabrics that I could potentially use that would be nice for summer. 2 of these, well, all of these I had earmarked for other projects, but I am yet to make said projects. Let me just fish out the pattern for the one I had planned. Okay, so the pattern I had planned to make is actually very similar to the one I'm going to make. So, ooh, I mean, this would take a lot of like sizing up, which is why I'm going to use a charm pattern instead, because I don't have to grade up everything. I can just grade between sizes and it already goes up to my size, and I can do a full bust adjustment and that's fine. I will make this at some point. But, so okay, so this was the pattern I had intended to make. Vogue 8812. So you can see it's kind of like a milkmaid gathered bust with a midriff section and then like a nice kind of like wrap skirt, I think. It's button up back. So I was going to make that out of this seersucker. You see the vision. But I think I might keep that for that. Plus this fabric is not pre-washed and I want to get going on this straight away. Now, I was a pattern tester, or was supposed to be a pattern tester for Sycamore Patterns, I think. The Zaylee wrap dress. I was in a wrap dress phase. And I bought this gorgeous, like, deep red linen. Linen's very good for summer. It's very breathable. This is pre-washed. I can tell because it's so crinkled. I'm pretty sure it's pre-washed. It looks like, yeah, because it's not folded how it would have been when I bought it. So, yeah, I'm sure this is pre-washed. So I could use this. So, oh, the pattern I'm making, by the way, it's the Boardwalk Sundress by Charm Patterns. It's like the Marilyn Monroe type. Like it's similar to that one I've just shown you. It's got like a gathered bust like this, with a channel with a tie. It's very similar to this, but it's got thin straps and then a gathered tiered skirt, or you can do the slim skirt. So I think I like this, and maybe I will make the same dress out of this at some point, but I know linen is a pig to iron. It's so crinkly all the time. So that brings me down to my last option, which is this black broderie anglaise. Oh, you can just about see the eyelet holes. This is very light, breathable. I've pre-washed this as well. Well, I don't know about that small part. I had to buy extra because I didn't have enough, but I've definitely pre-washed this chunk because I've overlocked the seams before washing. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with the black broderie anglaise. Yeah, black for summer. Ooh. I think this will be really nice. And the eyelet holes will be a nice feature. They're kind of a little bit shiny, glittery. How do they make this, I wonder? But yeah, I've got a lot of this. I think I've got about 6 meters, 7 meters. I've probably got enough to make this dress and something else. But this dress takes about 5 meters, so I think I've probably got enough just here. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. I know black for summer, but like, it's cool fabric. And I think it's my aesthetic, you know? It's very me. So I think I'm going to go with that. Plus the bottom edge. No, the, oh yeah, that's the selvage, sorry. The, yeah, the eyelet pattern I just think is really pretty. It'll give it a little je ne sais quoi. Well, no, I do know what it is because it's the eyelet pattern, so, but you know what I mean. It'll elevate it a bit. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for the boardwalk sundress with the tiered gathered skirt, more gathering, more black, after I just did the Violent Delights robe that was all black and loads of gathering. But I think this will be really cute and I will wear it a lot because it's black. And I know somebody commented on my video saying that I wear too much black. And to that I say, I don't care what you think. I like black. Black suits me. And I do wear a lot of other colours. You know, look, I'm wearing colour today, but I also really like black. So wear whatever the hell you want. Who cares if it's flattering or not, you know? Pfft, whatever. You do you, boo, and leave everyone else alone, okay? Besides, I think this will look really sweet with my tattoo. It's like Goth Girl Summer, and I'm here for it. That's what I'm doing. I'm having the gnocchi. If you haven't watched Gavin and Stacey, that's going to make no sense to you whatsoever. But yeah, so I think we're going to go with this. So I'm going to put these other fabrics back. And I'm going to crack on with my pattern adjustments. By back, I mean up here. Ready to see another day. There we go. I was going to rearrange my sewing room today, but it's too hot, as we've established. And I've got 3 days off next weekend. 4 days off, actually. One day I'm taking my mum on a road trip to visit a friend. But the rest of the time, I am at home. So I think I'll rearrange the sewing room, do a bit tidying up then. But for today, I think I want to work on this. I've also got a black zip as well, so that's good. I'm going to put that bit up there because I don't think I need that just yet. But yeah, I've got a black zip ready for this as well. I've got everything I need for this, really. And that's not a lot. You do need some bra fastenings. Let me see if I've got these in my little stash of fixings and stuff. Oh shit, sugar. You cheeky monkey, why are you falling down? Everything's falling. Ah! Come along now. Right, so I need a safety pin for feeding through the ties, and then in this tub I should have bra making bits and bobs. What's in here? Lace, elastics, more elastic, more elastic. Here we go. Sliders. These are too big. Oh man, these are going to be too big. I need smaller ones. So I think Oh, there was me saying I've got everything I need to make this, and I don't know if I actually have. I think I've got something I can rob the hardware from. It's like a stupid little like shapewear vesty kind of thing, and it's got like bra sliders and the little loops on, and I was going to bin it, so I might just cut those off because these are going to be too big for the straps. The straps are going to be like 1/4 inch wide, so these are too big. It was worth a shot. I will, this is my panettone tin of stuff, elastics and things. They're really good for storing stuff in. I've got 2 of these. One I keep, I don't know what's in the other one actually. I think shearing elastic and stuff. It's down the bottom here. Let me check that one as well. It would be like me to buy multiple sizes of dusty. You can see I don't use this very often. Shearing elastic, shearing elastic, shearing elastic, shearing elastic, and some twill tape. Okay. So yeah, as I suspected, I will be robbing from the old garment that I'm going to throw away. Yes. Sorry, it's because it was dusty. Okay, so I'm going to find the pattern, which should be... I have everything in alphabetical order. Boardwalk Sundress. Whip. I knew I had it. Yep, and it's got the skirt with it as well. Great. I keep all my patterns in these and I write the pattern name on there. So useful. Okay, so I need to cut out the pattern, do the adjustment on the bust, and then we're good to go. With the skirt, it's actually really nice because it's gathered. If I need it to be bigger at the hips, which I shouldn't do because it's gathered anyway, but you can easily just add to the side seams because you're gathering it down to the waist anyway. So it'll give you more room at the hips without making the waist bigger because you just gather it down to the size of the waist. And I really like that about gathered skirts. Very easy to fit. And the bodice is gathered as well. So Gertie goes up to an H cup. I'm like a J. So I need to add a couple of inches in. And I think because it's a gathered bodice, theoretically I should just be able to make it a bit longer and a bit wider, but I don't know whether that's the right way to do it. I think it'd be best to do it like a full bust adjustment where you cut into the pattern and add the fullness in the middle because that's kind of where you need it. So I think we'll do it that way. But yeah, I'm really chuffed. I think this pattern's going to work out, and I need to stop waffling now. I'm going to do my pattern adjustments and I'll show you what I've done when I've done it. So I'm just cutting out the paper pattern and we've got piece 9 here. It's very long. Look at it. Cut 12! 12! Oh my god. Okay. Cutting out is not going to be fun. Although they are just rectangles, so, you know, I could probably do the old, like... No, because it's eyelet fabric. I was going to say snip and rip, but that's not going to work. I'm going to have to cut. But they're just rectangles, so I could probably cut out, depending how I fold the fabric. Well, I'll cut it out 6 times, won't I? If I can get it on the fold. Oh no, you can't cut them on the fold. I'm just going to have to cut them out 12 times. Wow. Maybe I could use the selvage edge and then just cut down the length of the other side, how wide it needs to be, like draw a line with chalk, cut down a long strip, and then just chalk a line across to cut the tiers out and just snip, 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 snip them all. I know what I'm talking about in my head, but I'll have to show you. Okay, so I've cut out the paper pattern, and I was looking at the finished measurements, and I'm not sure if I do need to do a full bust adjustment after all. I don't mind if this is a bit like busty, because I tend to wear my clothes like that anyway. But I can use this dress as like a reference really, because this dress, oh my god, hold on. What the hell? What the helly? Okay, this dress is a milkmaid dress. It's a very similar construction. So I've got the bust section here. So this is the keyhole bit. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, so see, this has the keyhole as well. So this is about the same size. I think it'll just be a bit lower on the bust, which I don't mind. I could open it up to give it a bit more length to cover, but the finished measurement is like 54 inches. My bust is 52 inches. And there's gathering as well. And then the waist measurement, so I've gone from a 22 to fit my upper bust. So the waist measurement, I've graded out from a 22 down to a 26 like this. Do you see I've just gone from the 22 out to the 26 at this is the midriff section. So that goes from bust to waist, under bust to waist. So that finished measurement is 48.75. I'm 47, so there's a bit of ease there. And then the hips, I'm just cutting out the straight 26. Normally I would grade out to a 30 or a 32 because my hips are 60 to 62 inches depending on how bloated I am. But the finished measurement of the 26 is 83 inches, so there's plenty of space there. And it even says on the pattern the hip measurement doesn't matter because it's very full skirt. So that is the only adjustment I've made so far, is grading out. But I'm thinking, should I do a bust adjustment on this section just to make it, just to give it a bit more length to cover my bust? So the keyhole here ends there. So say if we take seam allowance off, that's about the same. And then, what's the apex? Apex is about right. Yeah, I think it does need to be a bit bigger, actually. It needs a bit more length to go around the bust. So I will do a bust adjustment on this when I'm gonna have lunch first, and then I will come and do a bust adjustment on this piece and adjust obviously the side seam to match. And if I add any, because it's gathered at the bottom, if it adds any width at the bottom, I can just gather it down into the midriff section, so that's fine. So I don't need to adjust that. I'll just need to adjust the side seam of the back piece to match, because they won't match, and at the moment they do match. So yeah, so those two pieces I need to work on, but everything else is gonna be fine. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Alright, I've had this fabric in my stash for ages. It was cheap, and you know, this could be like a wearable toile. If it's a bit too small on the boobs, so what? I'll still wear it, and then the next time I make it, I'll make the adjustments. But if I do the bust adjustment, because it's all gathered and because there's the tie, I can tie it tighter to make it fit, so it doesn't really matter if it comes out a little bit too big, as long as it's long enough to go over my boobs. Like this cuts me off here and it should be here, so I definitely need extra length, and I pull it down but it's still not under my boobs. This is a very similar construction. I mean, this is exactly the same construction basically. You've got like a midriff section attaching to a gathered bust. So if I'm learning anything from this, is that I need more room, because this seam should be down here. Let's do this. Okay, lunchtime first. Okay, I'm back and I have done the full bust adjustment. It was actually really easy. So I followed a tutorial online, and I will link you to the tutorial because it's explained far better than I could ever explain it, to be honest. But I'm very happy with how it's turned out and it makes total sense to me. So this is my pattern piece now. Let me... Sorry, I've turned the light on. There we go. Right, so this is my pattern piece now. So what I've done, what you do is you draw a line from the bottom up to the apex. Charm Patterns put the apex on the patterns now. Thank God. This was one of the things I kept asking for in the annual survey, so I'm glad they've done that. It just makes it so much easier. And the apex is always correct for me. It's like in the same place as mine, so I never have to really move the apex, so that's really good. So yeah, so you draw a line up to the apex, a line up into the arm side, and a line across into the centre front. And then basically you cut up from the bottom up to the apex and up into the arm side, and you open it the amount you need. So I needed to add 2 inches, so because this is just half of the bodice I added 1 inch, because you'll get the same on the other side. And yeah, so it opened it out by 1 inch, and that left you have a line up here as well that it opens where you would normally have a dart if you were doing a darted bodice. And then you move the bottom piece here down to line up with the bottom again, and then you swing the dart closed and it opens up here, which you will gather into your waistband. So that way your side seam stays the same, so you don't have to adjust the back piece unless you're adding extra length to the front piece. And the extra fullness that you'd open up here gets swung into the gathers, which it only worked out to be just under 1 inch, or about 1 inch extra of gathering, which will be easy to like gather down into the waist. It's only an extra inch, like 1 inch each side. That's not a massive amount of gathering, so I am confident this will fit me better than it did before. It still may not be completely perfect, but it will be better than it was. The other thing I need to think about is the keyhole. So the keyhole didn't move actually. I don't know whether I should make the keyhole bigger. It'll be the same as it is on this, so it'll stop sort of about there. I don't really want it to go all the way down to the bottom of my boobs, do I? I think that would be a bit much. I could move the keyhole down 1 inch. But I'd have to make the keyhole strap. Which is this piece. It would have to be longer to accommodate. Yeah, I wouldn't have enough to tie it up. Wait. Does the keyhole... No, the keyhole doesn't get a tube. The keyhole doesn't have a strap, like a string put through it to tighten it. It's like this. So do I want the keyhole to be down a bit further? Yeah, let's move it down. Let's move it down, boys. Right, so I'm going to move the size 22 keyhole. 18, 20, 22. I'm just going to move it down 1 inch. There. Oh. Help if I actually made a mark on the paper. There. So the new keyhole marking, 22 keyhole. There we go. And we'll cross that one out because I've done the bust adjustment. Yeah, so the new keyhole will be 1 inch lower, because we've essentially made the whole thing 1 inch longer, so we want it to fall at the same point on the bust as it did before, so the new keyhole is there rather than up there. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to go for it. I wonder if the back piece needs... No, because I don't have boobs on my back, so it does, as long as it meets at the side seam, it's going to be fine. We're literally just creating more... I have to like think it in my head, because going from like a flat piece of paper to like around the body is just, it's mad. Time to start cutting out. I'm back and I've started sewing. So what I've done, I haven't done anything interesting on camera. I've just ironed on the interfacing along the keyhole front and the bodice back where the zip will go, just to strengthen that. And I have put the gathering stitches in the bodice front, and I'm about to attach it to the midriff section, and I have attached the bodice fronts together just below the keyhole opening. So nothing major, basic sewing, but it would have been boring to watch, and black fabric on camera doesn't really, you don't see much anyway. So now I'm about to sew the bodice front to the midriff section, and I'm pleased to see that it looks like it will cover my bazoomas quite well. I love how this has got like a little, if I wear like a nude bra under this, you'll see the eyelets more. I like that. I can do that. The interfacing I used is black as well, but it's sort of quite sheer, so anywhere I've used it you can't really tell I've used it, so that's quite nice. So what I'm going to do now is sew the bodice to the midriff section with the gathers on top so that I can keep an eye on those, make sure they're behaving themselves, and yeah, so I'm just going to do that. There's a lot of gathering on this project, and I forgot because obviously I did a lot of gathering on my last project and it was black, so yeah. The centre front is still, seam allowance is open. There's no little hole there. Oh, it's cute. I wonder if you can see it with the paper underneath. No. Seam allowance will go up towards the... There we go. I don't know if you can see that. But basically you've got the gathered bust going into the non-gathered waistband. I think it's going to look cute. I think you can see it if I hold it up like this. Yes. So now I just need to do that again with the lining. So I will do that and then I'll be back. Why does the bobbin always run out when you're doing something that requires a long stitch? So like a gathering stitch, or you're sewing like a bodice to a skirt, something where you really don't want it to run out. Or you're hemming, that's another thing. So annoying. Like, I can't believe I thought I was going to get this done in a day. What an idiot. Okay, so pausing for the day, but just thought I'd show you how cute. This is going to be so cute. And I think the bust adjustment has come out pretty well. Like, that seam is sitting under the bust where it should be. It's on my waist. I'm really happy. Hello, the weather is getting hotter, therefore I am wearing less clothing. Deal with it. I have overlocked, it's the next day, I've overlocked the seams. Now I need to push them up, press them up towards the bodice. So I've got my iron here. Then we're going to do a little bit of ironing in this lovely heat. Oh yeah. Just what everyone wants to do in the heat. Sweet. Lovely. Lovely. I think this is going to be so pretty. I'm obsessed, I tell you, obsessed. We're doing the side seams. So, let's see. So we've got lining, outer, lining, lining, outer, outer. I know they're the outer fabrics because they've got the interfacing on. When you try and match up the seam, I don't know if you probably can't see this, but they're just very slightly here, very, very slightly off. By like a millimetre. I mean, I'll notice it, no one else would. If you look at it quickly, it looks lined up. So, right, I'm going to join the rest of these, and then I'm going to stay stitch the bottom edge of the bodice lining ready for when I hand stitch that up. But I'm going to do that off camera because it's boring. Okay, so we've made the straps. One of them just would not stay closed, no matter how long I pressed it for. It just would not, it will not stay shut. But I should have, these are the bits with the embroidery on. I thought they'd be pretty for the tie front, and then I've kept the plain ones for the shoulder straps because I didn't want the embroidery rubbing on my shoulders. Sometimes my genius astounds me, and I think of things like this. Other times I do stupid things like cutting off. I cut the seam allowance down on one of them and then cut the same bit of seam allowance down again. So for some reason, now, well, not for some reason, because I'm an idiot, you probably can't see it, but there's going to be a raw edge on this one, but I'm going to edge stitch it down, so hopefully it'll be fine. I can always recut it and do it again. I might just do that because I did cock it up. But yeah, fiddly. We're back again. I don't look like a foot today. That's nice. Right, so where we got to yesterday, I stitched on the straps. Yeah, this is looking like a dress. Yay! And then I also attached the front ties that go through. Basically, when you sew the lining onto here, you create a channel across the top that these ties go through so that they come through to centre front. You can tie them and it creates the gathering across the neckline. So they are attached. So next step is to sew on the lining and do the clean finish method, which is a charm pattern sort of signature way of finishing the lining at where the zip goes. You basically fold in the seam allowance a certain way. Just get my lining. Yeah, you fold in the seam allowance a certain way, and it means that the it's nice and clean where the zip goes, and the lining is out of the way of the zip, so it doesn't end up getting caught when you're zipping the zip up. Do I want to say zip any more times? So what we're doing now is attaching the lining to the bodice, matching notches and whatnot. I need to make sure the straps stay out of the way. I don't want to get them caught in. Yes, I think we do sew over the shoulder strap, but we don't sew over the tie, so that's fine. Oh man, I just went out to do the food shop with my mum, and it's just humid. I hate humidity, right? I don't mind heat. Heat is fine, but when it's humid heat, I don't want to be all sweaty and gross. It's like, ugh, no. I bought a lavender plant when I was out because I was thinking about Practical Magic, where they say the rules and it's like plant lavender for luck. And I thought, do you know what? I could do with some luck, because I never have any luck, ever. So, yeah. So I bought a lavender, a nice big, it was called giant lavender, I think. So that's outside now. I also bought a plant the other day, Aqua, which I liked because it sounded like the Sleep Token song Aqua Regia. But also I'm trying to keep my garden purple. I just want like purple plants. I don't know why, because purple's never been like a really, like, it's not ever been like my favourite colour or anything, but I'm really into purple now. So I'm trying to do mostly purple in the garden. I mean, when my hollyhocks bloom, I know that they're different colours. Some are white, some are pink, some are like a really deep burgundy red, almost black. I don't mind them being different colours, but anything I'm adding is like shades of purple. So yeah, the Aqua, I'm glad it basically, I bought it home and it tried to die on me. And I moved it into a different pot and put it outside, and it was all yellow and like dry. It looked like straw. I was convinced it was completely dead. The root ball was dry as a bone. I couldn't even sort of break it apart a bit when I planted it in the new pot. So I was like, there's no way this is going to take. But I left it out there, kept watering it, and about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, it's got green leaves sprouting out of it all over again. So I think I may have successfully saved the Aqua. So I'm very happy about that, because it should be really, really pretty. I am learning how to keep plants alive, outdoor plants. I'm pretty good with indoor plants, but outdoor plants, not so good. But I'm learning. So yeah, I went out in the garden earlier to take the lavender out, and everything is starting to come into full bloom. I've got loads of foxgloves that have sort of sprung up out of nowhere. I've got the hollyhocks are all sort of springing up, and yeah, it's going to look really lovely in the peak when the flowers all come out. I'm excited for it. Okay, so we have a completed bodice. So we've got our little keyhole detail all nicely finished here. That's where the butterfly seam came in. And I've managed to do it without a hole in the middle, so that's good. We've got our straps attached nicely. Look at that. Oh, there's a thread there. Let me just get rid of that. But otherwise, very neat, very neat. and our back edge is finished nicely, ready for the zip to go in, all understitched under the arm and around the all under the arm bit is understitched so it sits nicely. And then we've got our necktie bit, and this is this is where the fun starts. We have to thread this through a channel that we've sewn along the top here, a 1/2 inch channel. This strap needs to go through, so we need to pull it through from this end to come out this end so we can tie it up. And I'm going to do it with a safety pin because I don't have the little thin loop turner. I mean, I've got loop turners, but I'm not... Oh, sorry, I slept funny last night. My neck hurts. I don't know how. Just got little threads sticking out everywhere, making everything look messy. I don't know how to do it with those, so I'm just going to use a safety pin. Now, Andrea had real trouble doing this on the instructional video, so I'm hoping that I don't have the same trouble. So the safety pin's gone in okay, so that's good. We just need the end to pop in. I don't want to pull it too hard and like burst my stitches. There we go. We also don't want it twisted. It shouldn't be twisted. Oh. So I've put my safety pins in here. I'm just pulling it through. I mean, the channel's 1/2 inch, so it should be big enough. It's getting it out the other end that might be difficult because you've got to get it between the seam allowances. This is where it could get tricky. So we need to open the seam allowance. So the safety pin can pop between the two. We don't want it to push the seam allowance out of the end of this. Oh, I did it! Oh my god, I did it! I didn't think I was going to. Angela had such trouble doing it. We're not there yet. I'm just giving it the old college wiggle. Yes! Yay! Yes. So there's one, and it's not twisted. So basically you pull it and it'll gather up that top. Oh! Amazing. Okay, I've got to do the other one now. Here we are, the bodice. I'm really happy with it. Ignore my bra straps because I would wear it with something without straps, so it'd be, just imagine thin straps, not thick, and imagine there's a skirt. I can't get these to go away. These are going to annoy me and fall off my shoulders, I can tell. Once it's zipped up though, it'll be tighter. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. We've got like a tie front, milkmaid ruching around the bust. It fits the bust well, and it's going to fit on the waist well. I'm really happy. Let's put these up because they're... Yeah, it's like... So you've got your little peephole here, and you can ruche this up so it's like more open or closer to the front. I did find if I opened it, if I ruched it up too much, it pulled the sleeves in, and so you don't want to tie it too tight, basically, the straps in. But yeah, I'm really happy with this so far. Now onto the skirt. Back I am. This is a struggle today. Yesterday I drove to Shropshire and back to take my mum to visit her friend, and it was like 7 hours in a boiling hot car. Like, 3.5 hours each way, and the Google Maps kept sending me the wrong way, and yeah, it was a lot of driving, and it was tiring, and today I am very, very tired still, but we move. I need to finish this dress. I want to finish this dress because I want to wear it because the weather's nice. I'm so sweaty. Attractive, I know. Look how frizzy my hair has gone. Oh, it did look cute this morning, and now it just looks like, what even is this? Pfft, whatever. So I have just been, so I just sewed a line of guide stitching 1/4 of an inch along the hem, and then I pressed that up, and then pressed it over, turned it again 1/4 of an inch and pressed that and pinned it all the way along the bottom tier, ready to sew the hem. And it's really hot, and of course I've been using the iron for like, I don't know, half an hour. I don't even know what time it is. Brief interlude. I rearranged the sewing room again. So the desk I downgraded to the smaller one, and that's there, and the cutting table directly behind it. So there's more walkway space here. Get through here nicely. Get through, this door opens properly now. And then there's room for me to go around and cut out the fabric. This, I think, is much better. Let me zoom out. There we go. This is much better, I think. It's still not great. There really isn't enough room in here for everything I've got, but I can make it work for now. So I've just finished hemming the bottom tier, which took me half an hour just to... It goes on forever. I had to run this whole thing through the sewing machine and hem it. And I did, my bobbin did run out, but it was okay. I managed to change it pretty quickly. So this looks quite good. It needs a little press, but yeah, it's looking good. Next step, I need to start gathering the tiers. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this up first because it's getting on my nerves. I think what I'm going to do is... This is so long, it's ridiculous. That's what she said. Yeah, so I think I'm going to gather the panels. So put gathering stitches in each individual panel. So on the bottom tier, there's like 10 panels. There's supposed to be 8, but one of them's 2 half panels. No, there's 12. 2 of them are in. No. There's 6, 10. Yeah, there's 10 panels. 10 panels. I'm going to put gathering stitches in each individual panel. This is silly. I'm trying to fold this up. Just pointless. I'm going to just loosely sort of roll it up. There we go. Bottom tier. So yeah, I've got this is the top tier, which is just 2 panels, I think. Yes, because that's where the zip goes. So I'm going to do this one first, then I'm going to put the zip in. Then I'll do the middle tier and the bottom tier. But the idea is, sorry, rearranged my desk yesterday, didn't I? And I can't get everything back where I want it. So yeah, the idea is to put the gathering stitches in each individual panel rather than running them the whole. I mean, even just this alone, imagine I put the gathering stitches in and then it snaps and I've got to put an entire row, like an entire whole round again of gathering stitches in. If I do a panel at a time, at least if it snaps, it's only 1 panel I've got to put in again. Sorry, that took me forever to say that. I can multitask, but not if it involves me talking to camera while doing something else, apparently. So yeah, so that's the plan. Is I'm on my lunch break from work at the moment and I need to go back in a moment. So tonight when I finish, I might work on this a little bit more. Maybe I'll just do the top tier. Do I want to put the zip in tonight? Heck no. Maybe I'll just put all the gathering stitches in when I finish, because that's a tedious job. And if they're all in, then I can just, I don't mind the actual gathering of the fabric, it's putting the stitches in I don't like. So I'll put all the gathering stitches in, and tomorrow then I can put the zip in, well, attach the bottom tier, put the zip, attach the top tier, put the zip in, gather up the middle tier, attach, gather up the bottom tier, attach. This is going to take me the next couple of days, but it'll be done by, so it's Tuesday today, it'll be done by the weekend when my video goes up. Okay, so this is where we are so far. I think these straps are going to fall down on me and annoy me, but I can fix that. So I've put the bottom, the top tier of the skirt on. I've just got this weird crop top thing underneath, so once I've got a proper bra, this will be fitting better. But yeah, so I've attached the bottom tier of the dress, and that waist is hitting me at the right point. The bust is fine, and yeah, the bottom tier I put on last night. I love it. I love that you can still see, and even with the broderie anglaise here with the lining underneath, you can still see the holes. I know that sounds weird, but you can still see like through. That's weird that they're perfectly lined up there, the holes with the lining holes. That's bizarre. I wanted it so you could see underneath, so that it was obvious that it's not just plain black, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so very happy with that. Oh my god, that is the best lapped zipper I've ever done. Those seams are matching perfectly. Ah! Morning. It is Thursday. Ideally want to get this done by tomorrow so that I can photograph it in the garden. It's meant to be nice tomorrow. Although it's quite nice out there now, but it is meant to rain again. So yeah, I want to catch the nice weather Friday. So yesterday I got my zip in and I've pinned the lining in, ready to hand sew it. So the bodice is pretty much done. So yeah, anyway, I've got like an hour now before I start work because I'm on a late today. I'm on earlies this week, but then I had like a random late shift today. So I'm going to put the gathering stitches in the remaining tiers because that's a horrible job and I've been putting it off and it's going to take ages, so might as well just get it done. she is done apart from the lining. It's so cute. Look at her. I mean, she looks like shapeless sack of garbage on Emmy here. Bless her, she's got no curves. But yeah, when I put it on, hopefully it'll look good. Do you agree? Yeah? I've got a very hungry cat here. A cat who thinks that she's being starved to death. Huh? Is that right? It's finished. It's finished. I've just hand sewn all the lining down, all up the zip here as well. Look at that. Oh, lovely. So neat. So nicely finished. Okay, you'll have to excuse the bad lighting. I wanted to film outside, but the heavens have opened, so we're in here. Look! It's so cute! I love it! I think I was off camera then. Let's try again. Yes! It's so cute! Oh my god! I love it so much! I'm so happy with it. It's so adorable. The fabric's perfect. It is fitting like, I mean, it is tight. I think I need to check my measurements. Mind you, I have got a corset on underneath to like cinch in the waist, and also I am bloated at the moment, so that will not help. But it fits. I'm really happy. I'm wearing a strapless long line bra underneath. Yeah, I'm so pleased with it. I love how you can see the detail, the broderie anglaise, so cute. The gathering, it's the perfect length on me as well. I'm just so happy with it. Oh my god, I love it so much. Adorable. Yes, what do we think? I'm glad I put the effort in to make this. This was not even on my radar, this pattern. I mean, it was on my radar, but I wasn't going to make it because I just assumed, being like a poofy skirt, it wouldn't suit me. And here I am. Plus it shows off my new tattoo wonderfully. Yes. Ha. Very happy with this. Love it. Can't wait to wear it for Goth Girl Summer. Also, I have this beautiful skull scarf that one of my Instagram friends, Crafty Vix, made me. Perfect. And I think it just goes with this, like for when it gets cool in the evening. Oh, it's a look. I love it. I absolutely love it. I actually love it. Anyway, thank you for being here again for another chaotic sewing vlog. I will be back again soon with something else. I'm really sweaty because it's humid. It's so humid in here. I'll be back soon with another sewing vlog. And yeah, this has really like encouraged me to get on with the Goodwood dress now, the 50s like swing dress, which I never normally wear, but I'm loving this. I am loving this. Yes, who is she? She's me. So yeah, please do like, leave a comment, subscribe. I know one person told me I wear too much black, and you know, I like black, so I'm going to keep wearing it. But sorry, I'm really hot. I know that I should wear other colours. Well, no, I shouldn't. It's up to me what I wear, but I like wearing other colours. But I like black as well, and I just happen to have this fabric, and I thought it'd be perfect for this dress, and I was right. So yes, so yeah, do subscribe if you're not subscribed, please, and I'll be back again soon. Thank you for being here again.